Much to my pleasure, but there we are.
Back at home, Ramsey's wife Tana has a more cynical view of the narrow PR machine.
The kind of life, public life that Gordon has, meetings with him happen every month, every 6 months. He doesn't have any interest in me whatsoever, and I wouldn't waste my time. I rarely read a book anyway, apart from if they're away, and I certainly wouldn't waste a holiday reading that. I think it's bad funny.
And Ramsey, like Marco, has decided that no comment is the best policy.
I don't want to go public on it, otherwise it looks like I'm a bitter individual that's slightly cheesed off. A book's been written about me. I can't be seen to link to that kind of story because it's quite severe.
But that's not the half of Ramsey's troubles. The day in the country is cut short, and he heads back to London to prepare for his court case. Ramsey's past is haunting him. Before he set up his own restaurant, Ramsey worked as head chef at Aubergine for the A to Z restaurant.
A to Z is a smallish, about 10 restaurants at the last time. I think it could have based in London, called A to Z, which is the restaurant at Aubergine and Jacquelano.
A to Z also owned L'Orangerie, which was headed by Ramsey's best friend Marcus Waring. But their relationship with A to Z all went wrong in 1998.
It started when Gordon Ramsay resigned from Aubergine in July 1998. And shortly after that, Marcus Waring was sacked from L'Orangerie, and several members of staff walked out with him. So many members of staff that the restaurant had to close for about 3 months.
Ramsey and Waring proceeded to set up their own restaurants, always called Ramsey Limited. But in January 1999, activities afoot deceptively calm A to Z headquarters. They were reportedly suing Ramsey for £1 million.
When A to Z issued the writ against both Waring and Ramsey, alleging that they wanted £1 million for the loss of earnings in the 3 months they were closed, and they were also alleging that electrical equipment was damaged at L'Orangerie and that papers had been ripped out of the reservations book at Aubergine.
Oh. And to complicate matters further, Ramsey still owned 10% of the shares in A to Z. He had investments in the enemy. But Ramsey and Waring aren't the only ones who are discussing tactics. Court mania has taken a firm grip on the city of chefs. Ramsey's mentor, Marco Pierre White, is taking the New York Times to court. He's suing them for £75,000 over allegations of drugs and bean stinges. But Ramsey, who is willing to appear as a friendly witness for Marco, gets a chance to get practice for his own court case. Over at Petrus, Gordon's best friend and business partner, Marcus Waring, fresh from winning his first Michelin star and on the quest for his second, is trying to forget the court case. He's had a string of critics and chefs visit his restaurant. He's eagerly awaiting the feedback about his food, and he's on a mission.
Marcus is somebody that, to be honest with you, starving hungry to win 2 Michelin stars and obsessed with cooking at the moment. Petrus is, I think, going to be one of the most exclusive dining rooms in Great Britain in time. I intend to make it that. I want it to be talked about throughout the world.
But there's more conflict in the Ramsey empire. Marcus faces a staff dispute involving Christophe, the restaurant manager, who's allegedly assaulted barman Saeed. Christophe denies the allegations.
I left the kitchen to meet Gordon for a meeting late one evening, and Saeed had done something that Christophe didn't approve of. Christophe sent him down to the kitchen, and we followed him downstairs. When he got there, he verbally ripped through him, swore at him, called him all the names under the sun, I believe, and then eventually punched him quite hard in the chest.
He abused me, he pushed me, he strangled me, he threw my bow tie, he did everything.
Faced with a choice, Marcus leaps to Saeed's defense.
He is 54, he is not as fast as everybody else, and he does make mistakes, but don't we all?
when a waiter smashes a glass, or when a plate gets broken, when a customer complains, I feel very sorry inside. I feel really upset because I feel it feels like a part of me is going away.
But allegedly, there have been other incidents.
Saeed made a mistake, and Christoph made him stand outside for 3 hours in the freezing cold, opening and closing doors, a door, but must under no circumstances should he walk into the restaurant or come into the restaurant until Christoph said so.
Well, I said for many months. I don't know, maybe he didn't like my face, or he didn't like my personality, or I don't know, because he was treating me very badly.
I was brought up to respect my elders, no matter who they are or what they do. They're your elder, you don't treat them like dogs.
But the problem with Christoph actually got a lot more personal.
Amongst other things, there was a clash between Christoph and I, and he seemed to think that he was of an equal status to me, which is never the case. I am the partner here, patron, whatever you want to call it, my partner is Gordon. I don't work for Christoph, but Christoph works for me.
Unfortunately, he's not my own business, and unfortunately, well, it's, I'm just working it, but I come here every day like it was my own little restaurant, and I deal with it as if it was my own money coming in and my own money coming out.
He took it on Saeed, which basically terminated his employment.
Restaurant service continues as usual, but the staff have a tough act to follow in the face of Marcus's quest for perfection.
Christoph's professionalism, i.e. the way in which he graced the tables, the way in which he cared them, his passion for food was incredible, and that will be missed. There's no two ways about that.
So Saeed stays, Christoph, who'd resigned already, goes.
Saeed's still standing, and he's still in my bar today. Christoph's now outside my restaurant, outside looking in. That's his restaurant, mine.
Meanwhile, day 2 for Marco, Pierre White and Ramsey in Marco's ongoing battle with the New York Times. After a day in court, it's time for Ramsey to start the night job.
Continues to beat on the foreman. The foreman.
Over at his
Beating on the
restaurant,
ball.
has undercurrents of tension. Dissent is growing amongst the rising stars in Ramsey's ranks.
If I was pulling on the leash some days,
And it never lets up.
Sous chefs Neil and Sarge have worked with Ramsey for years, but they aren't happy.
Hey, beep, beep.
They want the promotion they think they deserve, but they're not their own bosses yet.
we start working with a team, because they don't want to go and work on the road, what they can do? Fuck right off, hey. And I can't wait to see them on the road, yeah. All big fucking shining stars, yeah, we'll see.
When you build them to a level, in their mind they've got to go on and do something better than they're already doing.
Ramsey's team is the new black pack of cooking, and they want Ramsey to put up the funds for their own restaurants, like he did for Marcus.
My dream since I've been 8 years old is to own my own restaurant. The idea of having a situation where Gordon would be able to set me up as he has done Marcus and Patrice, it would be a dream come true.
I look at Marcus, he went away to France, comes back, he's in the head chef position. Mark went away to France, comes back, he's in the head chef position. Neil goes away to France, comes back, he's sous chef again. It's no big deal, but it's, sometimes, when, say you're on a down or, on a bad day or something, you get out of bed on the wrong side and these things turn over.
Working the drive
But Ramsey's stuff,
flat
his restaurant seems to be doing
the bar
pretty
behind your
well,
head,
even attracting
on
top
top of your head,
celebs.
you're lying flat behind your head.
But actually, the pressure of his court case with A to Z and the
Don't move your elbows.
£1 stake are taking
Throw
their
your
toll.
wrist.
Not to mention the hundreds of thousands of pounds in
Bars
legal
back
fees
there.
that mean, right now, Ramsey simply can't afford to expand his restaurant empire.
Oh, quel bordel, quel bordel. Donc, des Catalans en place, c'est bien cuit, là. Hop, it's all about fucking on your own.
So at the moment, there's no way out for Ramsey's staff.
Paul, if I catch you looking at cloth again, yeah, Paul,
That push you.
when there's cloth there,
And you
wait
come
to
back
go,
to the front.
you can go back to fucking down
Got
the
it?
road. You
All
can
right,
check.
I'll do it well.
Do you understand? Good.
Ramsey's financially strapped, so can he keep his star pupils?
It's either make or break.
And is Marcus about to take Gordon's crown? But worst of all, will Ramsey's court case break it? Fuck off. Gordon Ramsay's feeling the pressure.
Get out of the way.
And with a £1 million lawsuit hanging over his head, he has to concentrate on keeping the restaurant going and the cash coming in. But behind the scenes, the staff are at each other's throats.
I don't want you to keep kicking each other saying that guy's an arsehole. Hey, do you understand? Leave him alone. Hey, young man. Simon, bring it back and wipe down the side. So he's all pissing around everywhere. Have a look at it, Simon. Christ almighty. David, can you do it? Put it down, Simon, please, yeah? Rebuzz it now.
But even under threat of bankruptcy, Ramsey's confident that he's got his tempestuous nature in check.
Slowly, hello, slowly. Doucement, idiot.
I'm a lot more relaxed when talking to staff, and I feel my communication skills a bit better.
No, you don't have to say it like a prick. You just say, slow down, yeah? I slow down. You don't have to go back to form. It's just in your own fucking intelligent mind. David, just slow down a touch, okay? Use your fucking brain, that's all, yeah?
Yeah, I think my man-management skills have improved. They've had to improve.
You're wasting so much time. You're probably in front of David, and the gun is not even ready. Words together. David.
But star pupil Sergeant Neil feeling the brunt of it.
Yeah, when it comes to the past, I haven't got time to start wiping everything. Left, yeah, go. Especially in the middle of selling 6 main courses, then how much to them? One's got to check a lentil, one's got to check a fucking spread of potatoes, and now the other one, yeah.
They've paid their dues, and with no promise of a way out, there now seems to be no reason for Sergeant Neil to stay and take the abuse.
Yeah, I've got questions that I'm going to ask Gordon. It's getting to the age now where I have to make that dream a reality soon, or all this hard work and effort, and it's just going to pass me by.
And Sarge, we can all rush and kick it out. Hence the reason why you're closing next week. Sarge, didn't get you very far, did it? No. Sarge, I'm not interested in kicking anything out.
But over at the truce, the staffing problems are now sorted out. Marcus is pulling out all the stops to make sure the food is up to his exacting standards. And it all starts rather well with some complimentary customers.
Came to Gordon to the night. That's when Gordon Ramsay. That's it, when Gordon Ramsay.
Marcus is eagerly awaiting one article in particular by the Times critic Jonathan Meades. And Gordon's already had some inside information.
Jonathan took me aside and said, Gordon, whatever you've done for food, you have created a monster because it is exceptional and that's some of the best food I've ever eaten. There's only 2 chefs ever in this country to be given 10 out of 10. That was Marco Wise and Raymond Blanc.
But for Marcus, there's a third top chef in Britain who taught him everything he knows.
It is a standard image I look for in any kitchen throughout the world. Throughout Britain, it would be Gordon Ramsay's kitchen.
But with Ramsay besieged by problems, it's just the moment when Marcus will overtake him.
If I surpass that and go further, even better.
It's late Friday night London, but the city of chefs is still wide awake. Gordon and Marcus go to get Saturday's papers for the Jonathan Meades review. They go to their favourite late-night haunt in Chinatown, with Marcus's brother, all braced for the results.
You go first. Nine, well done. Well done. 9. It's very good. Well done. Well done. Well done.
The Times has given Marcus a staggering 9 out of 10 and describes Petrus as, quote, without exception, sheer bliss. Everybody seems happy. But can Ramsay cope with a rivalry?
Of course I'm really slightly cheesed off. If I'm sat there 10 years down the line, I still haven't won 3 stars. And Petrus rolls in 3 stars. Naturally, I'm doing something wrong. I'll always be his pupil. In his mind, he'll always see me as his pupil. But at the same time, he sees me also as his partner, his business friend, a guy he goes out and has dinner with. Okay.
Marcus is spreading his wings, just as Gordon did when he trained with Marco.
I'm a great believer in life that you pass on your knowledge. Yeah.
in many ways, I've passed on the baton to Gordon. I've stepped down, I've gone my own little way in life, and it's now Gordon's turn. And one day Gordon will pass that baton on to somebody else, and that is the way of the world.
People said to me once that what are you, Gordon, under your shadow? But by being Gordon under his shadow and his friend, Christ, look what he's created.
But does Marcus have this to look forward to? For top chefs, the sky really is the limit. With an ever-expanding number of restaurants across the capital worth millions, Marco Pierre White has achieved what all chefs aim for. But Ramsay stands to lose that dream. On the day of the verdict, the paparazzi gather. Marco has won his court case against the New York Times and been awarded £75,000. But the pressure is still on for Gordon, and he stands to lose $1 million in his battle with A to Z.
Isn't that lucky he is, no?
With only a few weeks to go before the A to Z trial date, the City of Chefs congregates to lavish awards upon each other at the annual Katie Awards, the Oscars of the food industry. The Katies are also a chance for Ramsay to finally get one up on Marco. Ramsay has been nominated for the past 3 years as Chef of the Year, an award that Marco never got. And behind the smiles, the City of Chefs can be bitchier than the theatre.
It's a big award, and they always sit down and say, oh, how you doing, nice to see you, take your hand, and all that stuff. The minute you go to Peter's down there, backstabbing you or slagging off somewhere along the line, or here's that outrageous setting and it treats his staff like a big bully.
The moment that Ramsay's been waiting for finally arrives.
The second award is one of the most significant testing and widely talked about. The judges say it's the most coveted title in chef circles. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Catering Hotel Diva Chef Award for 2000 is Gordon Ramsay.
But at the moment of triumph, Ramsay's thoughts are with those who are not lucky enough to ever win this honour.
A great award for any chef to win, and I'm very sorry that Marco never got it.
With one up on Marco and his bad boy image intact, all Ramsay's got to worry about now is that £1 million lawsuit.
I have to be very careful now what I say. Now to give him the award, that makes me suffer even more now. So
with very little time to go, the A to Z trial looms large on Gordon's horizon. It's not a good time to get on the wrong side of Ramsay.
the Royal Court of Justice. Yeah, I've seen the bin men with smarter fucking shoes. Look at them. Yeah, get outside. All right, catch off, go. Yeah, look at them. Look at the state of them. Dominic, they're fucking bin men.
Just another day for Ramsay's long-suffering staff. But as the boss tries to concentrate on running the kitchen, his lawyers and A to Z's lawyers do a deal.
Now, the terms of that settlement were not revealed, and there is no confidentiality clauses, so neither of the two parties involved are allowed to talk about it. But it seems fairly clear that one of the things that happened was that was the point at which Ramsay relinquished his 10% shareholding in A to Z.
Gordon Ramsay may have said goodbye to the aubergine, but he's safeguarded his own empire. And he's now free to concentrate on the master plan. Next week on Beyond Boiling Point, free of debt and no holds barred, Ramsay's getting into his stride. Sarge is back in favour, and Ramsay's hobnobbing yet again with the rich and famous. But there's a family drama.
I was an addict.
You know, one thing I became aware of when I was in Britain, see, is that, you know, history of Europe and Britain over 1,000 years matters tremendously, see, and how you do things and why they're done a certain way. And as a, you know, Westerner, not familiar with the history of Europe,
London's most colourful chef, Gordon Ramsay,
i.e.,
is having a very
you know, what happened in this block of London in, you know, 1500. Whereas everybody, you know, from the neighborhood here knows exactly what's been going on in this building since
This is the
1500.
largest table, Neil. Start.
You
I
see?
don't understand why you do any more than that.
His long-suffering staff are preparing top
Really?
quality food, but at a risk.
You know, the oldest building within
Fresh really
50 miles of
the
me
boss.
isn't 80 years old.
Sometimes I think it's more
Yeah.
than February, yeah. Huh?
But Ramsay claims that there's a reason for the pressure.
Sometimes, unfortunately, there's things that have gone on that I release and combine the hurt and other items throughout that particular day to offload them.
The key to Ramsay's troubles can be found in a small town in the west of England. It's where his younger brother Ronald lives.
And that is now for close to 5 years.
For a chef,
Ronald is addicted to heroin.
It's a great sadness. And I'm very thankful for that. I really do. I get it. Because I can't see any way out at the moment.
It's the Ramsay family drama.
The person I don't want to see, really hurt is mum. So she's been through this before. So now it's my time to take it on my shoulders and deal with it.
Gordon and Ronald grew up in Glasgow together.
I mean, I'm not saying that because I'm looking for sympathy, but at times it hurts because I don't know it.
It's very easy for that family to believe that they're a victim of this person, whereas in reality, the entire family is a victim of heroin.
It's come between China and I as well. We never fall out with it, but we've got things between China because she's been exposed to that kind of society, and I'm just not going to jeopardise my relationship with China.
So Gordon's letting off steam on the rising stars amongst the kitchen staff.
Working a bunch of fucking big-headed idiots in my life. Never ever.
You gotta be them, man. You gotta step into those shoes. Yeah, I'm all that and more. Yeah, you do. See?
Get that way, Simon. A top of the chart, but if I just spent an hour and a half on the telephone to Ronald, and he's
And that's how it's done.
been using
That's how you
evidence, I feel
it's like, how do you chop down a tree? We get an axe,
They
see?
don't send it like that, guys.
That's how you do it. I mean, you're never going to chop down a tree unless you get an axe and, do this. I mean, it's not going to happen, see?
But Ramsay's not just letting it out in the kitchen.
As
Some might say
extraordinary
he's
as it
running
sounds.
away from his problems by training
For the trail of success. That's how it's done, see?
At 17 stone, the 6'1" ex-footballer is hardly ideal marathon fodder.
Everyone's telling me to slow down and same job. I'm going on with some of the school in the back of St John's Ambulance.
Can he make it? Even his best friend has his doubts.
I think he'll get a blister, and I think he'll pull out, or he'll hurt his calves.
And can he find a route to beat his problems?
Right? I mean, he did what he
In
was
an
supposed to
attempt to
do,
deal with Ronald's addiction, Ramsay
getting along,
went to rehab with him.
being a social
I
animal
was told that I was an addict.
at the smallest restaurant over in
Clouds, a rehabilitation clinic
Learning
funded by
to
celebrities, made Ramsay
jumping through the
paranoid
hoops.
when Gordon and Ronald went
Okay.
to family therapy.
I should not be
Do it this
knocking
way.
the doors.
Do it that way.
And expect to find out what I've responsible. She doesn't know.
and reap his rewards, his little 10% steak in the little restaurant.
So I took it on my shoulders because I felt guilty because being successful, he rebelled against that. So you
And,
can't have
I mean,
yourself. Take everything from me.
to get to that horizon from there,
leaving clouds. I have to
you're
get out.
never going to do it that way.
Ramsay says he spent over
You're never going to make it in that cutout
rehab for
canoe.
Ronald.
See? That dugout canoe, you didn't get there in that thing, see?
Thorough assessment
Burn
of
that
both
bridge.
situations carried out.
Cross the
The
expanse,
threats can be
see?
identified. It may not be the easiest one for them, but it will be the best one, and there's a good chance of it working.
I feel
Terribly risky,
far
see?
much better now
because I've done it. You know, I've got to the very, very top. I've climbed the very, very top.
You know, if you have the clients,
we have, and I've been there.
see?
I've had tours with them on the telephone. We've gone fishing together. We've slept on a beach together. We've lit a fire together, and we've gone to Winnabacca.
Back in the kitchen, the staff are solemn. Ramsay is in an even worse mood and ready to humiliate anyone who can, even the kitchen porter.
Mamadou, go here.
You know, need a head chef at over here.
Thank you, John, man.
Gotta make one car.
Sunday go, Harry. 4 Sunday Precision, please. Then you numb-top. Hey, come here. Come here. Mamadou.
You say?
Deux grands plateaux.
You say?
Jesus Christ. Come on. Look at him. Mercy.
But things are about to get better. Ramsay receives a phone call from someone he thinks is a prank caller.
We had a phone call.
One.
Getting hospitality. I actually thought it was some wind-up. So I didn't really take that serious.
The point being,
I passed the details on to the office, and it was down to
point being,
asking would I be
you know,
so kind
unless
of
he'd done it the way that he had done
Prime
it,
Minister.
I don't think he'd be where he is right now.
Be elected President on Monday lunchtime, which I was very chuffed about. I don't think Naughty Boy's ever got a chance to go to 10 Downing Street.
With Ramsay set to take
all that
centre stage as the night of
their
was brick cooking, the kitchen atmosphere has improved slightly until the linguistic problems get in the
You,
way.
10%,
One is trying to ship it away, look, have it on
I'll take my ass and walk.
The customers don't see that, Paul. Paul, yeah? Okay, go. Something needs love.
Okay?
Go, table 8. Fuck's sake. But they don't understand. There's his face. What is it? What is his head up? He's Italian.
Hotel Olympia 2000, the catering industry's annual trade fair.
Right.
Before he takes up his invitation to number 10, Ramsay's got to go and support Marcus Waring, his rival, business partner, and best friend. His
Friend?
first public
Yeah, man, you know that.
I took my as a partner. Not as a chef.
But Ramsay's doing his very best to put Marcus off.
He always delays everything. He's never on time.
One
He
thing
knows
to
this
do
is my
it.
first demonstration and he's been looking forward to this for a long, long time.
Flower at
Look
it.
at those hairs on his arm, Ken, look. Mum, you know he's never shaved before you go. She's stand over there, she looks a bit fuller.
As Marcus demonstrates how to pan-fry red mullet, Ramsay's preoccupied with other thoughts.
Relax on its own, so let the flesh relax.
But he soon meets an old rival of his own.
I want to watch this one. How are you? Yeah, fine, are you? Yeah, good. Where are you? Good boy. You don't work no more. I don't work no more. You're having a fucking laugh, honey. Who told you that? I don't work no more. Who told you that? Oh, friends of yours.
Although it's been a success for Marcus, Ramsay's pride has been ruffled by his brush with a mocking chef. Now it's hit the tabloids. Ramsay's decided to go public on his brother's addiction.
I can talk about it openly now.